found someone you want to marry?
I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about having kids right now.
Do you found someone that you want to have kids with?
What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
I hate all of them. They're all peasants. I'm done eating peasant food.
Mine is Popeyes.
Fuck Popeyes. I used to love it. I used to love it back in the day. But
Honestly, I went through like a very interesting weight journey where like I used to be really fat, then I lost a lot of weight, then I gained a lot of weight, and then I lost a lot of weight again. And in my second time gaining a lot of weight, I used to eat Popeyes a lot. Like it used to be an addiction. Like I would have Popeyes at least 3 times a week. That's how bad it was. Yeah.
You say that like it's 3 times a week.
3 times a week. The same meal 3 times a week. That's kind of terrible.
Is it?
Yes. It wasn't a balanced meal at all.
I didn't say it was a good meal. I just said that 3 times a week doesn't sound like an addiction. It just sounds like
It is an addiction. And like,
You know what an addiction is?
all right, for me, let me rephrase that. For me, it was an addiction.
I'm joking.
And then after a while, I was like, yeah, I need to stop that. So I limited myself to like 1 time every week, which was like Sundays. That was like my cheat day.
I mean, if we're gonna go off that, I'm gonna say Taqueria is my addiction. I guess.
Taqueria. What is that? Is that
Taqueria, fucking chorizo burrito. Shit was fire. Every day I work for lunch, I'm like, I'm popping up so much that they knew my name. They're like, yo, you
no,
here for your usual?
if we want to talk about places that knew your name, oh man,
They're like, Chris is here. All right, bet.
bro. All right, when I was a teenager, right, when I was like 14, like I used to have an addiction to Domino's pizza too. So like I would order from them.
Domino's now.
I would order from them like every day. It got to the point where the delivery people knew who they were delivering food to. Like sometimes they would sleep in like free wings and stuff because they knew it was me.
That's hilarious.
They knew my apartment number by heart, like my parents' apartment number. Like it was like
That's
terrible. I used to be terrible, but
There's this place that I call. There's this pizza place.
mm-hmm.
I call. As soon as I call, I'd be like, yo, I want this. This is that. They'd be saying the address. I'd be like, oh, word. You already know the deal. You already know the deal.
no, does that make you feel bad a little
I
bit?
don't know. I'm like, yo, convenient as hell, bro. I don't gotta waste
No,
time
no,
saying all
no.
this nonsense.
It recently happened to this halal spot that I get food from. Like, well, recently, like maybe 10 months ago, right? I used
That's
to
pretty
order.
recent.
I used to order from them a lot, right? And then one day I ordered and they was like, "Oh, it's you." I'm like, "What do you mean it's you?" She's like, "The same order." And she listed my whole order and she listed my preferences on my
Damn. They got
chicken
you down
platter,
to
and
a
I'm
T.
like, "Oh my god, I need to stop ordering from here. I need to stop eating here." It got so bad, like
Nah, you're their favorite customer.
that. I don't like that. Once I start getting known,
Why not?
no. Once I
It's
start
so
getting
convenient.
known
Like,
at
as
a
soon as I walk
spot,
in, I'm like, you already know the deal. I don't gotta say nothing. Put the food in the bag. Here's the cash. I'm out.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm not worried about nothing. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of CJ Unmuted. I'm your host, Chris.
I'm your host, Gene, and
We back. We back in this bitch. What's good with y'all? How y'all feeling?
How y'all
Tell us how
feeling?
your day is. Put it in the comments.
run up the socials.
We are all on streaming platforms now, by the way. So
Yes,
run it up.
we did advertise that last
Yo,
episode
I did that
too.
Shit. I did that
Last
shit, so
episode,
you know,
We were like, "Oh, by the way, next time you hear this, we're gonna be on
all
like,
episodes
streamings."
except maybe 2 are on there.
So go back and listen to the audio if you haven't been able to watch the video. We're on Spotify. Spotify has on video too, right?
We're not on video Spotify yet.
All right, we're on
But
Spotify
we're on
too.
Spotify.
So go there and check us out. This is a really big step for us. We're excited, and yeah.
Run up them socials.
Run up the
those
social.
numbers.
Sorry about my voice, by the way. I lost my voice this weekend
You
because
lost
me
your
and
voice
Chris
this weekend.
went to some, a pod outing.
Pod outing.
We had a pod outing this weekend.
There was a pod outing this weekend. It was pretty lit. We brought
Yeah.
all the employees, all 30 of them back there.
Yep.
They came out. They were lit.
I forgot about that. We did bring the employees. The employees were with us.
The employees were with us and everything.
It was pretty cool.
We
For
went to
those
see, Flo, right?
Flo, yes. We went to see Flo. For those of you guys who don't know, Flo.
Yo, where my anime people at? Y'all know who Flo is, right? Y'all know, you know Naruto, you know Code Geass.
Yeah,
What's that other show?
they had freaking some guy at the concert told me the name of the show, but I was like, alright, bro.
The something 7?
So, Eureka
The
7.
Eureka 7? It's a mech anime, so you know I don't fuck with it.
They made a bunch of they collab with. I think Flo had an opening with for Seven Deadly Sins, right? I don't know. But Flo is pretty known. They make Naruto openings. They made a bunch of other anime openings, and they were in town. They were in New York.
They turned up.
We was like, okay, why not show up to this concert, right?
Pulled up to that concert. I was like, yo, shout out to Flo.
Shout out to them. They put on a show.
They put on a show.
I was like, well, I was not expecting that level of hype. I'm not gonna lie.
They've been on a world tour.
Yeah,
That shit was fire.
It was
It's funny
fire.
because they tried to come back to America. They said on stage.
they tried to come here in 2020. Then COVID happened,
happened,
so they had to cancel it. So this was literally their first time in New York, but they did perform in Jersey, like a few years ago. They said that, and I'm
I
like,
was like, damn, where was I?
where was I at when they performed in Jersey? They said
was I doing?
2016.
Oh,
They were here in 2016 at New Jersey. I think that was at Prudential Center or something like that.
2016.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
was
different time.
I wasn't on the radar. I mean, they weren't on my radar like that in 2016. I knew of them, but like I wasn't gonna go to no Flow
That was just a
concert.
different time. Anyway,
Different time, but yeah, it was fun. Like,
How did you enjoy your experience?
oh man, as you can see, my voice is gone, bro. So,
Nah, as soon as they put Fighting Dreamers on, I was in
oh
that bitch
my god,
jumping.
they did the freaking Not Like Us shit, and they played Fighting Dreamers like multiple times at the end of the show,
For real. They
Oh,
played it, like,
man.
at least 3 or 4 times.
and
I
it was
like,
lit.
Let's go.
And I'm like,
We
the
are-
employees were like, "Oh, it's over. We should go." And I'm like,
No.
"I paid for this.
No, we
I'm
staying here.
staying until
They
it's
still
over."
playing
They're still
Fighting
playing.
Dreamers. We're still here screaming and jumping.
Exactly. Then we bumped into this Asian guy that caught it viable for us.
Oh, yeah, that dude
at the
was
end of the
chilling.
show, he was like, he just,
People on shows is just great. 'cause,
I
like,
know, right?
You, especially anime shows.
I know.
Bunch of niggas in there.
Like the
just,
guy just
knowing
was
the
like,
vibes.
I don't know, Fighting Dreamers came on, we were all like, jumping around. Like he started looking at us like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. And then he just, it was a little moment we had with this Asian guy. Shout out to him. I mean, he probably
Shout out
never
to
gonna
him.
see this, but it was fun. Like, I don't know, I haven't had this much fun in a long time. Like,
It was a great show.
once Colors came, Colors from Code Geass came on.
Oh yeah, Colors came
The
on and I was
whole
like, all right.
crowd went crazy. I had never seen so many people go crazy like that.
Yo,
Like, bro.
if you told me I'd be at a Flow concert, bumping anime openings,
Me
I
too.
wouldn't believe you.
I wouldn't believe you.
Actually, I would believe you because that's something I would do. But
No, but like, I was not expecting
I
to be
wasn't
there.
expecting to be there.
This was just a random thing.
I was like, oh, they're on tour? Oh shit, we pulling up.
Yeah. And like, we only know them from like a few shows. So like,
Yeah,
we
true.
was only there for like a few
I was
songs.
there for like 3-4 songs.
Yeah, then
and they
they kept playing stuff, and I'm like, I'm catching a vibe to this.
like, I don't know these openings, but
I don't know them.
looked up
I
shits.
don't know what they're saying. I don't know these openings, but hey, I'm catching a vibe. Like,
Right.
but when the openings that we wanted came on, oh my god, man! Like, dang!
Shout out to Flo.
Shout out to Flo. I wish I could have gotten merch, but that merch line was long,
I was like, nah.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm not.
Go.
I'm not staying in this freaking line just for merch. And I was.
Cop merch
alright,
online.
don't crucify me for this, right? But I was expecting to run into a bunch of weirdos over there. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we're gonna like run into like a lot of dweebs and like,
It's not like an anime convention.
Like-
It's a Flow concert.
I know, but like I don't know. I felt like the type of anime fan that would go to that kind of concert would kind of be like very, very, very like dweeby. But like
Anime is
surprisingly,
now mainstream, so normal people are also in the vibes.
yeah, and I saw that there was a lot of normal
Super
people.
dweeby weirdos are also there probably, but like
I didn't see anyone. I mean,
I didn't really see
I
them.
didn't see any of them.
There were some chicks there. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, there were some chicks there. Quite
Women.
surprisingly, a lot of women there, and not weird women too. Like I don't know what I mean by weird women, but like
What do you mean you don't know what you mean by weird women?
there were just some.
There were no weirdos there.
There was no weirdos there. Like it was pretty
It was
cool.
pretty relaxed.
Yeah,
Stable people.
stable people. I don't
Just
know
kidding.
about that. We don't know them on a personal level. we don't
Fucking
know-
stable.
We don't know them on a personal level, but
I'm joking. Who the fuck is stable? Anyway.
yeah.
But no, it was pretty chill. The vibe, the crowd was really diverse actually.
Very diverse. I wasn't expecting to see a lot of people my color there, but
What do you mean?
surprisingly, there was a lot.
There's so much anime in the black community.
I know, but like again, I never been to an anime concert before, so I didn't know what to expect.
no, same.
You know,
I mean, I guess same.
I've been to regular concert. I've been to Doja Cat, Flo Milli, Joji.
Jumping into a whole anime opening concert.
Yeah.
It's fucking just like, oh, I'm surprised to see this many kind of people.
I know it was.
I'm not surprised because I'm like, yo,
It would make sense, right? You would
they
expect.
know the culture, you know
Yeah.
the culture. Like, I'm there,
Exactly.
and I'm a fucking.
Finish your sentence, Chris. Finish it. But yeah,
Yeah, that shit was great.
it was fun.
Whenever they're back in town, I'm pulling up.
You know what? What this made me excited for? It made me excited for the Comic Con's after party and stuff like that. Cause like
Oh, yeah.
once we bought the tickets for Comic Con, right? I saw that like
Vlog coming soon, maybe.
vlogs, they have after parties for those,
I've heard about those. I've never been to one.
and it's from the videos that I've seen online. It seems pretty lit.
All right. So
Like-
it looks like we have some interesting things. To
Yeah,
go through.
coming soon in
Coming
October.
soon content. But anyway,
Speaking of that,
But, I was gonna say,
Well, go
how
ahead.
was your weekend? But
we literally didn't describe it.
we just cut that. But that was concert was what, Sunday?
That was Sunday night. We did walk the city after for hours, by the way.
We pulled up in the city.
Oh my
the city
God.
that never sleeps. Shit was lit.
The city I never see, but it felt dead on Sunday for some reason.
Well, Sunday. Niggas gotta work.
Still, like back in the day, fucking New York was not dead on
No.
a Sunday.
See, here's my issue. Pre-COVID, shit was rocking. I'd be in the city till like 5 in the morning and still lit.
Mm-hmm.
Post-COVID, shit's closing down at 1, 2, maybe 3. And I'm like, yo, why is everything closing so early? COVID's over. I hate it.
I feel like people
I
got
hate it here.
people got used to the COVID like atmosphere and like
Yeah, nobody wants to go back
and
to
like
work.
I wouldn't
Nobody wants to work.
I wouldn't say that.
Nobody wants to work anymore. Like, everybody just wants to chill.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying like I don't know. People are just used to like the flow of things after COVID, and nobody wants to stay open till like 5 a.m. People want to go sleep. People want to do things. People want to have more free time. So
Just for the week.
I feel like COVID helped slow down a lot of people, and I feel like
Also
we're
slow
like
down the economy.
let's not get into that, but help slow down a lot of people, and like now they feel like, man, I'm used to this schedule. I'm used to like closing at 7 p.m. on a Sunday. I'm used to not.
working from home. I'm not going back to the
Yeah,
office.
like people just don't want to do things like they used to do. So I guess that changed the vibe of the city, but I was kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted more things to be open, even though it was a Sunday night.
Well, you gotta also take into account the Sunday factor.
Yeah, but it's New York.
But New York should never sleep.
It should never sleep.
I'm moving out there. Anyway,
We were talking about that too, right? Moving to New York, that would be like such an experience. Living in the city for at least a year,
yeah, let's do that.
like just experience the vibes, like you know, especially if you're moving there and like you have friends there. Even if you don't have friends there, I feel like it's pretty easy to make friends in New York because it's such a big city. You can look online and find communities that like
Yes.
you would be interested in,
And you don't need a car.
and you don't need a car, which is very, very, very freeing. And public transportation is immaculate. So,
Yeah, it's all right.
well, when I say immaculate, it's
Immaculate,
fast.
it's quick, yeah.
It's fast and
So you're in the
available.
middle of a subway, some niggas just fucking jacking off on the train. And I'm just like, the fuck is going on here?
No. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of weird things happening in the subway. Like, there's a lot. I've lived in New York for like 2 years when I first moved to this country, right? Was it 2 years? Wait. No, it was actually 3 years. I lived in New York for 3 years and went to school in New York for 3 years before moving to Jersey, right? And whatever you're saying is true. There's a lot of weirdos in the subways.
A
Like,
lot of shit going
oh
on.
my god, like stuff you wouldn't even fathom that like happened in the subway.
The amount of shit I've seen on the subway, I'm just like, all right. But at that point, you just get used to it. You're just like, all right.
Yeah, like at some point you get numb to it, you know.
Like, New Yorkers don't care
They
anymore.
don't.
You could be doing
Like,
mad wild shit. They just
yo,
look up
the
other way.
funniest thing is like witnessing live performances in like the subway, like people dancing and stuff, like making head of noise and stuff, and
That is
then
funny.
nobody fucking cares. Like everybody's on their phone, minding their business, doing their own thing, like while there's a whole performance happening in front of them.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be walking by them. I'd be like, all right, cool. Anyway, I got my shit to do.
But
I'm on
yeah,
a mission right
New
now.
York is such an interesting city. Like, but going back to living there, even though it's expensive as fuck to live there, I feel like it would be a great experience. Whenever I listen to podcasts of people that live there as adults, because I wasn't an adult when I lived in New York, but it was still fun for me. But like living there as an adult in the middle of Manhattan or Harlem, or like even the Bronx and Brooklyn, like living there must be such an experience. Like, I don't know. I feel like you're open to so many possibilities that it's insane. And living there with a friend too, I wouldn't mind doing that, honestly.
I'd pull up to New York. I'd be out every day.
Like you and a friend renting like an apartment there, a small apartment. Yes, it's gonna be expensive as fuck.
Nah, we gonna go big for those big apartments that are like $10K a month. I don't care what we
If
gotta
you
do.
guys run up the socials, maybe that'd be
Nah,
possible.
we robbing banks, we doing whatever.
Whoa, whoa! The FBI may be watching. Be
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
But
You think I'm serious? Learn sarcasm. Anyway,
Before I move us to the other topic, because the FBI thing brought me to something, but like, do you have anything else you want to talk about for your weekend?
my weekend.
Yeah.
That's pretty chill. Full concert is awesome. I just chilled.
Aside from that, nothing.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember.
You don't remember your weekend? Honestly, what day is it right now? It's Wednesday. I feel you. Like, that shit was like 4 days ago. But my weekend, aside from the Flow concert, again, pretty chill. Ran a lot of errands on Saturday. On Sunday was a pretty mixed bag for me because I was busy as heck, and I had the concert coming up at night, and I had some personal shit to deal with too. But
Personal shit.
a lot of personal stuff. Like, they don't need to know about it. But yeah, Sunday was an interesting day for
Go
me.
to know. Go on Patreon.
On Patreon. Like, it's even set up yet. But if there's interest about the personal shit in the video, I might expose that shit on Patreon. I'm kidding.
Listen, he's down to sell.
Oh, I already said that though. I'm a seller. I'll tell you everything you want to know. Subscribe and pay me. I'm kidding.
Anyway.
But yeah,
Yeah, we was pretty chill.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did.
one thing that I
Did
saw
something.
after moving on from the weekend stuff, because I want to talk about this real quick.
All right, what's up?
It's we mentioned the FBI recently just now, and it made me think about the Kamala Harris situation with Kai Cenat.
Oh, because Aiden had Trump on there.
Yeah, Aiden Ross had Trump on his podcast, and I wouldn't even call it a podcast. It's streamed.
He's a streamer. He's
Yeah.
on the stream.
And it was the weirdest thing I've seen in a
I was so
long time.
confused, but like I get it because like the streamers are literally the people you go to when you want to get some shit popping off
I
or you're
get
promoting
it.
something. That's
But-
literally who everyone goes to now.
XQC was there too.
Who?
XQC is another streamer.
I don't know that nigga. But shout out to him.
Aiden Ross gifted Trump is a Cybertruck. I know, like, why would you even do that? But
Why wouldn't you do that?
because he can afford one himself.
Yeah.
Don't give me something I can afford
What are you
myself.
talking about? It's called a gift.
Nah, let's get into this, right? Let's talk about that, right?
Wait, what do you? Wait,
No.
hold on.
No.
So if someone gifted you a PS5, you'd be like, I could buy this shit myself. Fuck you, nigga. That's how you be.
Nah, like, that's basic. Don't give me. That's a basic.
What do you mean?
I don't know. If I'm Trump, if I'm a millionaire, right? Why would you give me a Cybertruck? I can buy that myself. I probably already have one because I have people buying
What if he
transportation
doesn't have
cars from me.
one? What if he didn't care to buy one? Of course he could buy one. They're all rich. Who gives a? It's not about the how much you're spending. It's the gift. It's the thought that counts.
Don't give me something I can afford. That's
right.
what I'm saying.
right.
When we open that PO box, when we have you guys send us stuff. Don't give me anything I can buy myself.
right.
Be unique. Be creative.
So if someone gives you a car, you're like, don't give me a car. I can afford that
I like
shit.
creative gifts. Like, be
So
creative.
it has to be like cool and shit. Like
Yeah, it has to be
priceless.
cool. It has to be
want it to be
priceless.
priceless.
Yeah.
Like special art someone drew for you.
Exactly. Or like a meaningful thing that you made, or like that made you think of me, or like I don't know. Don't.
So if like someone gifted you some headphones you've been eyeing, you'd be like, the fuck did you buy that shit for me for?
I'll be grateful, but I'll be like, I could have bought that myself.
But
That's ungrateful as fuck. I know. I
I'm trying to
know.
understand your point of view.
I just like creative gifts.
I get that, but like
That's all. I like meaningful gifts. I like creative gifts. Like, I like stuff that like I wouldn't go out of my way to buy, or I wouldn't buy myself. Like, if I'm getting gifts from people that I like or fuck with, or like people that are in my life, I want them to put more thought into it than just, oh, I'm gonna buy them some AirPods, or I'm gonna buy them some a PS5 or a game. Like, no, be more creative. Because I feel
What's creative? I need your definition of creative because I need to see an example. Give me an example.
give me something. For example, you my friend, right? If you were to like give me a gift, right? Make it significant.
Like what?
Like something that reminds you of our friendship or something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, let's say, all right, you
if I-
buy me a vinyl record of Sprinter.
Okay.
Like, that's creative. That's
but you
fucking.
can afford that. Why would you want that?
Okay, sure, I can afford it, but like, it means something else. It signifies something else. Like, it's more creative that way. You got me a vinyl record of like a record we fucking bonded over. That's
Okay.
creative.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
That's just how I
the
am.
statue of Mahito saying, well,
Yeah, bro, that would be the perfect fucking gift.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying. It has to be like more sentimental to whatever.
Yeah,
It's not the
pretty
price, it's
much.
more
It's
like-
not the price.
But
that
that's
matters.
exactly what I was saying. The thought that matters, not the price tag.
The
Maybe
thought that matters, but please think more.
yeah, but those.
Look at the AirPods or some shit.
No, I'm talking about the initial point of Aiden giving the Cybertruck. They don't know each other.
True.
It's like, yo, this is a gift that I think you might like. He also
don't
gave
know.
him a Rolex.
He did? I didn't even see that.
I saw that
Yeah,
clip. He was like, oh, nice. I like
All
these
right,
watches.
I want to say something. I take back everything that I said. If you were to ever buy me a Rolex, I would never fucking turn that down. Never.
Why would I get you a Rolex? You can afford it.
You pulled up with a Rolex, man. Oof. That would be very good. But anyways, moving back to on topic. But yeah,
But yeah, no.
it didn't link with President Trump. The stream was very cringe in my opinion. They said a bunch of nothing. They didn't really talk about no good policies. It was just pure entertainment.
Wait, hold on. You went on the Aiden Ross Trump stream thinking they were going to talk about real shit?
Honestly, who from Trump's marketing team thought this was going to drive voters towards him?
Do you see how much you think people care about what his policies are that are voting for him? How many people out of the people you think that are voting for him care about his policies or just care that he's whatever the character he's playing?
I was,
It's a popularity contest.
I understand that, but if it's a popularity contest, why go to Aiden Ross, who
Because
streams on Kick, where nobody really be?
Because he's popular.
Whatever.
It's a popularity contest. What do you think Kamala's like, yo, let's get Kai, the complete opposite.
know. I saw that.
And Kai's
And-
like, nigga, I don't know nothing about politics. Fuck that shit.
Which I kind of understand because he doesn't want to feel like a set out. Like
No one does.
he doesn't want to be like, oh,
No one wants to be Amber
because
Rose.
that no one want to be Amber Rose. Definitely not. That was so terrible.
That shit was hilarious.
Hulk Hogan too was at that convention,
Yo,
but I
the
didn't.
bag
Want,
gotta be fired.
I'm sure the bag is fire, but Kai Cenat does not want to be a puppet. He does not want to be a sellout, and I respect his integrity, but he gotta stand on that because I don't want to see him sell out for anything else.
What do you mean sell out? What if he fucks with it? What if he was like, yo, I am a Democrat? Or whatever, whatever.
But I feel like for someone as rich as he is, it's kind of irresponsible for him to not educate himself about who's gonna be running the country in the next 4 years.
You think
Who is gonna vote? Because like if he's like I don't know shit about politics, like there's a lot of kids that watch him, and that's kind of like I
a
don't
lot
know.
of people that don't know anything about politics.
I know, but like Kai's like kind of
That's
like a
where the
role.
voting thing comes in.
He's kind of like a role model for like these kids that watch him. You know,
True.
like he's very influential in that demographic. So
Yeah, but
like
that's not his space.
I understand that, but the way he was talking about it made it so dismissive and like he didn't even tell him, "Oh, go do your own research," blah blah blah. Like he kind of just dismissed it like it's whatever.
He
type
just
thing.
flipped the table and was like, I don't know nothing about politics, and that's it.
Yeah,
It's part of his character.
and nice. Go educate yourself, or I'm gonna just do my own research and stuff like that.
Oh, you want him to be like mature?
I want him to be more aware of his audience.
Well,
And-
he's gonna be who he
For
is.
example, like
You mean like
I don't want to bring this up, right? But like a couple months ago, he had this whole meetup in the middle of
I was just about to
fucking.
say that.
You see, telepathic fucking communication.
You want the guy who madly
Bro.
fuck up New York?
Bro, how would you set up a meet and greet in the middle of freaking New York City, knowing that you're from there, you have hella fans there, and they're mostly kids, unsupervised?
I don't think he
Bro.
thought that was the way it was gonna go. It was.
What
sure
did
it
you
was-
expect?
I mean, sure, it was a bit irresponsible on him, but he wasn't expecting niggas to just start wilding out.
Bro, it's New York City and it's kids.
When you go to a concert, you expect everybody in that concert to start
Bro.
going crazy like that.
A meetup like that, unsupervised with no security, like in the middle of New York City, of course it was bound to go wrong.
Well, yeah.
You're Kai Cenat. You have millions of followers. You're in one of the biggest cities in the world. What was you expecting to happen?
I'm not gonna let that's true.
Like,
But-
bro, like, what were you expecting? New York City?
I don't think he was expecting niggas to just start wilding out.
It's New York City, one of the biggest cities in the world. You organize a public event in one
With
of the
no
most
permits.
accessible, with no permits, in one of the most accessible parts in New York. What was you expecting to happen? Look what happened to Speed when he went to Poland and he did his
Maybe
European
he didn't think he was
tour.
that big at the time.
You pull hundreds of thousands of people on your stream every
But
time you
stream
go
don't
live.
always translate to real life.
Bro, if I'm Kai Cenat, I can at least expect a couple thousands of people to follow me from New York. Especially if I'm from the Bronx and I rep it all the fucking time.
I see what you're
No shade. I'm not trying to like, of course he probably didn't.
It was a
like,
learning experience.
It's a learning
alright.
experience. Like he didn't probably expect that reaction, and like he's not at fault for like causing the riot. Kids just went crazy and decided to do stupid shit like kids do. And then, I'm sure it wasn't his intention, but I'm saying like someone in his team could have probably guided him better. Like
I'm sure.
someone could have said, "Hey, maybe
Like I
this is
said,
not a good
it was
idea."
Probably a learning experience. So they're like thinking it was all good, and then it wasn't, and then you learn from it.
Hey, whatever. But I'm just saying, Kai gotta like be a better role model for these kids. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm a role model for anybody, but like,
Why does he have to be a role model?
because with again, I don't want to sound like an old man, but with great power comes great responsibility. Like when you wield that much influence on kids, I feel like you have to like be more responsible. You have to be more careful of what you put out there. You have to be more cautious with how you proceed with things.
That's
And
not his, what if that wasn't your target demographic?
it doesn't matter if it's not your target demographic. We have analytics. They have analytics. They know who follows them. They know who watches their content. They know who supports them. So once you have all that knowledge, you have to be more responsible. That's all I'm saying. If we had an audience, if we strictly had an audience of kids, right? Do you think I'm not gonna sit here and be like, okay, maybe we should curse less. Maybe we should like, be mindful of who's watching us. Maybe we should be more positive. Maybe we should like,
we should be more family friendly.
Not family friendly and Christian, but like maybe we should be
this
more.
This is a family friendly podcast. We all talk about everything nice and happy and nothing bad. Okay, so you niggas better listen.
Maybe we should be more mindful. That's what I'm saying. I would be more mindful if my audience was like just full of 13-year-olds and stuff. That's what I'm saying. You would want to know. I would definitely be like, yo, Chris, we're doing something wrong.
I don't want that audience.
I'm like, we're doing something wrong, but like, I'll
yeah,
be more
if there's
mindful.
more of them. I want our audience to be, more adults.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can say whatever I want. I'll do whatever I want.
That's what I would be like, yo, we're doing something terribly wrong.
Listen, I check the box that says this is not for kids every time.
Every time we post, good.
This is not for children.
But yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to mention. But hey, he's being his own man. He's declining the Kamala bag, so I respect that.
Hey man,
standing on business.
Like what, 82 billion?
I heard she raised over $300 million.
I saw 80 something, but hey man, if he don't need the bag.
He definitely doesn't need a bag.
It's like, I don't need that shit. I'm gonna do my own thing. I got Bloodborne coming out.
Oh yeah, no, he's been like.
He's streaming Bloodborne, I think.
Bloodborne, and now he beat Bloodborne. He said that he was gonna stream Sekiro next.
Oh, that's interesting. I want to play Sekiro. I might get that.
You never played it?
I played it, but I don't play it.
When it first came out, I played it for a little bit. I never beat it though. Souls games, man, I buy into that.
I still haven't beaten Elden Ring, so I can't even talk.
I buy into the hype, and then after I die a couple times, I'm like, all right, time to move on.
Listen, I get through. I got far, and then I'm like, all right, let me stop. Skyrim's still alive.
But anyways, another thing I wanted to mention. So like recently, my brother had a kid, right? Mm-hmm. Like. And it made me start thinking about, life and all that stuff. Well, I feel like,
your legacy?
Legacy and like pretty much just life in general, right? And we're at a weird age, right? I'm 24, right? You're 28, right? Like,
you're exposing my age to people?
Shut up. People around our age, like, are doing big life things and like, they're having kids, they're getting married and stuff like that. And here I am, not doing any of that. And I'm like,
why do you feel pressure to do all that stuff?
Of course I do feel pressure. Let's talk about that too. We're both from immigrant families, right? Foreigners families, right? Don't you feel like there's always an expectation of like, you gotta get to this point, you gotta get to the marriage, you gotta get to the kid, you gotta get to the house, you gotta get to that. Like, I feel like in those kind of communities, there's always that pressure. I don't know how it is for you, but for me, it's not so much there, but like whenever like jokingly talk to my parents or like bring somebody around to my parents and stuff like that, there's always that underneath. Oh, when is the marriage coming up? When is the kid coming along? When are you doing this? When are you doing that? And I'm like, bro, like
yo, chill.
Like, let me figure things out. Like, let me freaking see what the vibes are. Let me see what I want to do. I don't even know. I don't even know, like, if I'm ready for that yet. Like, why are you trying to, like, pressure me to, like, get there? It's kind of weird. But at the same time, when I see people like my brother, like, going through it and, like, having a kid already, I'm like, maybe I can do it too. Like, it's just weird. Like, there's never like a clear answer for me in my head. Like, it's just always, I don't know, it's a weird feeling. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
I get what you're trying to say. I mean, I just don't have the feeling like that. Because I know enough people that are married with kids, married without kids, blah, blah, blah. All of that. Like, I just have a diverse people. I'm like, I see what it's like. And I'm like, I'll get to that when I get to that.
But do you really see what it's like? You see it from the outside looking in. You're not in it.
I mean, yeah, but you won't know it till you're in it.
True, but don't you feel like looking at it, right? Don't you compare like I don't want to say compare. Don't you get like first of all, do you feel pressure to do any of those things right now?
I mean, I'm pretty sure people try to pressure me, but I'm like, yo, I'll do that when I want to do that.
So you don't subscribe to the pressure at all? Okay. And it doesn't affect you in any kind of way, or like it doesn't make you reflect on it, or like it doesn't make you think from time to time, maybe I am ready for this, maybe I'm not, like nothing at all, you just don't care?
I wouldn't say I don't care. I just said it's just not what I'm seeking at the moment necessarily.
So you don't reflect at all on it? If you don't, then it's okay. I'm gonna move on from this topic.
What do you mean reflect that? Man?
Like it doesn't make you think, like, oh, maybe I should have had one by now. Maybe it's time. Maybe my time is. Maybe my plan.
No, I should not have had one by now. No, I do not ever think that. Like, no, if I had a kid right now, all the like I. Just talking to one of my homies. He just had a third kid. Bro is crashing out. No. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Third kid is crazy.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna have that when I'm ready and I find the right person to do that with. Because at the same time, it's just like people going into that, you're pressured to do that, so you just rush into it. You might rush into it with the wrong person just because you want that immediately. Like the way I see it personally is that when it comes to marriage and kids, you want to do that with the right person. Granted, you can never really truly know, but you want to make sure you do that with the right person. So I just think it's like when you find the right person and you find the right time, that's when you would do it. Some people might not. Some people might just what's it called? Rush into it thinking it's the right thing just because it's something they want to do and not fully, vet the situation.
That fear of doing it with the right person, right? You can subscribe to it, but
it's like, not even the fear of it. It's
playing,
just like I want to do it when I feel like it's the right time.
What if when you feel like it's the right time, it doesn't happen?
What do you mean?
Because there's cases where people wait to have kids like later on in life, like, and then when they're finally ready to do it, there's always complications. We know a bunch of people like that.
Those come up, and you deal with them accordingly. You can't just run from the fear of it. You
say you deal with them accordingly. What if it's too late?
Then it's too late.
No.
What do you mean? What are you gonna do then if it's too late?
Like, it's too late. Like
then it's too late. What am I supposed to do then if it's actually too late?
Then you're not gonna have any regrets.
I made the decision. I have to live and die with the decisions that I'm gonna make.
I guess it's a good way to look at it, but I feel like I don't know. It's weird. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now.
No.
It's just like
I want to continue this conversation because I get what you're trying to say.
Like everywhere I look, I'm at a weird spot where like people are having kids, people are getting married. I want to get married. I want to have kids too, but like I don't fucking know if like. I don't fucking know if I'm ready for that or like if I'm not. I don't know if there's such a thing as a right time to do it.
So do you think you found someone you want to marry?
I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about having kids right now.
Do you found someone that you want to have kids with?
I mean, like, the thing is, I'm of the believer that like you never fucking know. Like, I'm sure my parents weren't like, oh, this is like a fucking perfect person to have a kid with, but here I am, right? I'm pretty sure your parents probably thought something similar. Here you are, right? You never fucking know where life will take you or what will happen. I feel like sometimes stuff happens. Like people have kids and then
I think
they have kids.
from what I've understood about it is that when you're ready, you're ready. Like it's not really,
I don't feel like
you're never gonna
there's no
know.
such thing
No,
as
no, no.
ready.
That's not the thing I was saying. You'll never be ready.
Never.
You'll never, from what I've been told, you'll never be
You'll
ready.
never be ready. That I
So
agree with that.
what's the why?
I feel like when you plan it,
I'm not
all
saying
right,
I'm planning it. I'm saying that when the time is right, the time will happen.
but
I'm
when
not really stressing about, oh, it has to be right now. I have to do like
I'm not stressing about it being right
you're
now.
being. You
I'm
feel like
still,
when you told me you feel like you're feeling the pressure of seeing everybody have kids and
I'm feeling the
everybody getting
pressure
married.
of like the next step in life. And as someone that's like, oh, I believe in having kids. I believe in reproduction. I believe in passing down your name and like having your legacy or like like nurturing and helping progress the next generation progress. I'm a believer of having kids. That's what I'm saying. Like
Okay.
I've always been like that. I feel like it's a necessary part of life. I feel like it's a I don't want to say necessary because it's not really necessary to have kids, but I feel like it's one of the beautiful things about life, you know? Watching your seed grow and like, passing them knowledge, wealth if you have, experiences, like, watching them become their own person. I feel like it's a
I feel what you're saying.
it's one thing that we're supposed to do in life. And I want to do that one day. So
So
when I look at my generation, right, and I look at like the way life is here in the US, right, I don't know. I don't think there's such a thing as being ready for it. I feel like it happens when it happens.
yeah, there's no waiting or being. What I've heard from people that I know with kids, you're never gonna be ready.
True.
It's gonna happen, and then you're gonna just have to adjust and get ready.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I feel like a lot of people once they get there, that's when they actually lock in. So no,
yeah,
there's two type of
that's
people. I feel like there's a type of people that actually lock in, and there's a type of people that run away from it or
well, yeah,
cower in it.
no, there's those people.
Yeah.
So
But I also feel like there's people that never wanted it, but like they're they never take precautions for that not happening, and then they end up being in a situation where they didn't want a kid and stuff like that, and they pass down all that resentment onto the kid because they didn't want it in the first place. But those people, I feel like they're silly. You should have been prepared. You should have taken measures for that not to
talking
happen.
about deadbeats, yeah,
Yes, like that's terrible. I really don't like those people. But like, anyways,
we don't care about these people.
yeah, like
So
I feel like there's no such thing as being prepared, and I don't know. I feel like if I had a kid right now, what would it do for me? Is it selfish that I feel like it would like make me lock in more?
are you looking for motivation?
I'm not looking for motivation.
You just
I'm
wanna,
just
you just
saying,
want to elevate to the next step in life that you think you should be
you know,
at.
I just want to have that experience with the kid. I want to grow with my kid. I don't want to have a kid too old. I want to grow with my kid. I want to like, bond with my kid while I'm still young. I want to like, be able to keep up with my kid. I want to see my kid successful. I want to like be there for them later on in life. I want to have that relationship with my kid. I don't want to have my kids old, bro. I feel like having your kids in their mid-30s,
What is old?
mid-30s.
Mid-30s?
Yes, your first kid at like 35. I feel like that's like,
That's like
dang,
where I want to.
that's where you want to?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
I-
it's like 35. Let's do the math, right? Have your first kid at 35, right? When he's 5 years old, you're 40. When he's 10 years old, you're 45. When he's 15, you're 50. When he's 20, you're 55.
Yeah.
Okay, 35, 55, you can be considered old, but I guess you're not old, right? You're midlife.
Midlife, yeah.
But let's say you have your kid at 25, right?
I really would want to be able to spend enough time with them. Like
I just
wouldn't be
wanna-
too much.
I want to be,
I've
yeah.
experienced my life, so now with all that experience, I want to pass it on easier at 45, 50, while they're in that early development age.
True. But then you gotta take into account how much longer you have on this earth too. You never know when it's your time to go.
I mean, you never know in general.
True.
So
Wouldn't having a kid earlier on be beneficial because you never know when it's your time to go?
yeah, but
I'm playing devil's advocate right now.
I am too, but I would want to give them, when I'm in my prime, like in my 30s, my prime 30s.
Okay, I guess we view things similar, but preferably,
You would want it younger.
I would want it younger. My mom had me when she was 23, and I feel like that's the perfect age. No, I wouldn't say that.
So you say you want a kid?
I'm not saying I want a kid right now, but maybe I do. I don't
wants a
fucking know.
kid.
I'm confused right now. We're just having a conversation. I'm just saying, like, oh, she had me when she was 23. I feel like,
I mean,
She
my
was still
parents had
able-
me when they were-
she was still able to live her life, and like, I wasn't a hindrance that much. I wasn't a hindrance at all. She still lived her life, and she grew with me. 23. She had me when she was 23. Like, she grew with me, like, and we have that bond. Like, because I wasn't like, it's just, I don't know. She's more open minded to stuff from my generation because she had me so young.
I guess.
I don't know. It's a weird. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to
I get what
convey
you
to
said. My
you.
parents had me when they were like 18, 19.
Yeah, like that's cool. Shit like that I find cool. Like
I get what you're saying.
like 18, 19, they grow with you. Like, and when you get to an adulthood, your parents are not old. Like,
True.
they're more understanding about certain stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's how I grew up.
Yeah, like I like
I get
that.
what you're saying, but for me personally, I just want to live my life and then pass that on.
Okay. That's just something that was in my head. But
I get you. Listen, man. The pressures. So you want to get married and have kids?
fuck the pressure. I'm just talking about the experience
Oh,
as
the
a
experience. You
whole.
want the experience of it.
I feel like the experience would be cool. I'm not worried about the pressure and like the fuck it.
All right, so go have a kid.
No.
What the fuck is it? Go have a kid.
Not yet.
Go have a kid. What the fuck?
Not yet. Wait, listen.
If you want the experience,
The whole
right?
point of this conversation is to show you how confused I am about the matter, right? That's the whole point of the conversation. I'm confused.
Go have a kid.
I'm in limbo right now. I don't know if it's just the right time or if it's the right move to make or if it's like if I'm gonna screw myself in the end. Like, I don't want to rush into it. At the same time, I want to do it. It's weird. I'm being very indecisive right now about the
I
whole
can see
thing.
that.
But
Go have a kid.
that's the point of having this fucking conversation. I'm just expressing my fucking indecisiveness. This is just a diary.
I think Gene should have a kid.
Whoa.
Leave it in the comments.
Yo, what I'm gonna say is, if y'all run up the socials right now,
I guess
y'all
that
blow up this podcast,
He'll have a kid. That'll be his rollout.
and I'm gonna name it whatever you guys want me to name it. If we get all right. If we get to 1 million subscribers by the end of this year, right?
Gene will have a kid.
I'll have a kid, and then I'm gonna host a poll
For
all
names.
for names for all the subscribers. And that's
We hit
the
1 million
problem.
before the end of this year. Gene will have a kid,
I'll
and
have
we'll
a
have a
child.
post of a poll
Names.
for names.
Don't no stupid names, obviously, but I'll name a kid, my kid, based on the name you guys pick. How about that? I know it's never gonna fucking happen. So
You don't know that. Run that shit up.
by the end of the year, it's just what? How many months left? I don't know.
Now we can
Whatever.
That. We got.
But
that.
yeah.
They got us. You got us. You gonna have that kid now.
Yeah, okay.
You gonna follow through, right?
Yeah, okay. If it happens, I'm gonna follow through.
All right.
At 100%. 1 million subs by the end of the year, I'm following through. That'll be a great story to pass on to the kid. Like, yo, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. You wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't be here.
They didn't run up that shit.
They didn't run up the shit. But that's it. What you gonna do if there's a fucking 1 million subs by the end of the year?
What?
I'm not the only one going into a fucking trouble.
We hit 1 million subs before the end of the year.
Uh-huh. Hey, I'm having a fucking kid, so you better fucking match that energy.
How am I gonna match that energy?
But
What am I gonna
something
do that
crazy.
equals a child?
I don't know. You better fucking think hard.
If we hit 1 million subs before the end of the year, fuck it, I'll have a kid too. I don't know what else that would be equal. I'll get married though. What would equal the kid?
No, that's fucking crazy. Impregnating somebody at the same time just to fucking follow through with a promise to our subscribers is
Yo,
fucking
get us to
crazy.
1 million and we'll both have a child.
Bro.
And they'll our kids will make another podcast
They'll
called
make another
Their
podcast.
Names Unmuted. Two.
No, that's hilarious. Nah. In the universe in which this bet really followed through, that would be the funniest thing
That'd be
ever.
hilarious.
Like, you don't understand how funny that would be to me. That would be hilarious.
No, I'd be laughing my ass off.
Bro, especially if like there's comments are like, yo, 1 million subscribers. Episode 16, you said that.
Yo, the comments are like, yo, where the kids at?
Where the kids at?
Yo, we will vlog the whole thing.
I'm telling I'm gonna follow through. If this really happened, I'm following through with that shit.
I mean, me too. Like, if it happens, yeah.
I'm definitely following
Gotta
through.
follow through, my boy.
And I'm a
What
post-
you do? What's that mean? What you do after that? What you mean? Gotta follow through, my
Gotta
boy.
follow through, my boy. But this was just an interesting thing that popped up in my head. I was
That's
just
the topic. That's
talking about like, regular life shit.
Life shit, man. You know, life is in the topic.
Yeah, cause we're at a weird age, bro. Like, I have people around me that are like, bro, like doing all this shit. I'm like, all right, that's cool, I guess.
I got mad people around. me
Man,
that
I
do
think
so
to
many
myself,
different things.
what would that look like for you? I ponder on that. And
I
sometimes,
never really think about those things.
sometimes I have these
that
thoughts.
deeply.
Really?
So when I think about it, just briefly, I'm like, I guess that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
Life would be different.
of course it would. Having a kid is a fucking huge responsibility, man. From like talking to people, it seems like once you have one, bro, you're done. You don't live for you anymore.
I mean, you live for the kid, yeah.
Yeah, but some other
You still
people,
live for yourself. But
some
you live
other-
for the kid too.
some other people will be like, oh, it's not that bad. Yes, you have more responsibilities, but like, you are still able to do you.
I think that's true for a lot of people.
I think it depends on also how financially stable you are.
I mean, that's a big factor.
I think it is a huge
I think
factor.
that's one of the biggest factors.
Because like, if you can't even make ends meet, like
I
for
prefer
yourself,
to be extremely financially.
bro, in bringing a
stable
kid, I
before
don't care
bringing kids into the world.
how much you lock in. You're not gonna be able to fucking have a stable environment for that kid to like be mentally stable and thrive.
Yeah, another thing on that point is that I'd rather be extremely financially stable before I have a kid.
Yeah, extremely. What's extremely?
Financially stable.
What do you mean by extremely? That's
More than enough that
overkill.
million?
That's overkill though. Extremely financially stable.
Yeah.
Think about this. When I was raised up, my
Half
mom
of it.
my mom wasn't extremely financially stable. I turned out fine.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what I prefer.
All right. Hey, I can't argue with your preference.
You're gonna shame me for my preference?
I can't. Unless the audience wants me to. Listen, I'm a whore for the audience, okay? Whatever y'all want me to do, I'll do it. Run up the socials. Never.
Do I attack you for the women you like?
Oh boy, are we going there? Are we going there? Oh man, might as
going
well.
What
Might
do you mean
as well.
we're going here?
Might as well. What type of women do you like, Chris?
You know what type of women I like?
Yes.
Oh. Shit, the eyes gotta be nice.
Oh my god.
I like some pretty eyes. I
You
like
gonna
some
cap-
thick
you gonna cap-
thighs.
You gonna
I
cap for
like
the pod?
What the fuck am I capping for? I like some
Oh
pretty
my
eyes and thick
gosh.
thighs.
That's it.
What? What are we talking about? Physically? Personality? What
Personality.
range?
Personality.
Personality?
Yeah.
I like
Since we were on the kid topic, course, you can't have a kid by yourself, right? So,
I like a girl who's, level-headed, calm, funny, smart. You know, really got a head on their shoulders. If you know what I mean.
oh my God, you did not just say that. But anyways,
You
I understand
You
that.
understand what I'm saying?
But I feel like those are like qualities that like most guys like. I'm talking about something that's personal to you.
Personal to me.
Yes.
Oh, someone I can laugh with.
You know what? That's really important.
It's like mad important to me. If I can't laugh with you, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here.
Yeah. Somebody that understands my humor.
Yeah.
Like somebody she doesn't have to be like one of the bros or anything, but like you gotta understand my humor. You gotta understand like my little my little quirks. I'm corny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I like corny humor. Like
I do too.
like corny humor is my shit.
But I also have like really over the top complicated humor.
Yeah. I can
Where
see
I'm
that.
just like, yo, do you understand this reference? Like I'll be referencing shit that you'll be like, you'll get it like 2 minutes later. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you fucking corny ass thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, this is how I talk, man.
Yeah. But I like that. If we that specific part, if we can laugh together, like if you can understand my humor and I can understand yours, yeah, that's very, very important.
It's pretty important.
Also,
what kind of girls do you like?
I was about to get into that. I like somebody that's like opposite of me. I always been like that. I always go towards somebody that's opposite of me. Like I don't want somebody that's too similar to myself.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's weird, but I feel like if I was with somebody that's like just like me, I would be fucking like, yo, why are you here? Like,
I'm not gonna.
I'll be bored. I'll be like, yo, why the fuck up? Like, why am I with myself? Type shit. Like, I don't want that because I feel like I'm pretty in tune with myself. Like, I don't want nobody that's like very similar to me. Like, you gotta be complete opposite. But that comes with its own challenges too.
Nope.
It comes with a lot of challenges because like when somebody is too like opposite of you, you can clash when it comes to values.
I mean, opposites attract, they say.
Yes, but like once like the relationship gets deeper, you can clash when it comes to values and like life stuff and
Honestly,
goals and stuff like that.
funny thing on that is that I used to be similar to that later take. Like I wanted someone. I was always going after people opposite. Like I'm mad nonchalant and shit. I'm always with someone who's fiery crazy. Over time, I was like, you know what? Someone like me and that who's not as fucking insane. I mean, I'm crazy too, but like, who's not as nonchalant as me. It's actually been more in my gravity, or I'm gravitating more to now. I don't know if that's come with age and just growing up, but I lost my whole point. I had a whole point.
I get it.
I had a whole point there. But yeah, no, and just opposites attracting, like someone who's completely opposite of me. I get what you mean by that. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, all right. The opposite of me is crazy. Even though I'm crazy.
When I mean opposite, right? I mean like, we don't like the same things. Like I like anime, you don't, type shit. I like going out. I don't like going out, you do. Like
that's a whole clash right there.
I know, but like
why do you want that?
You gotta bring that. You gotta like just like I want to be able to like just like all right. You gotta bring the the extrovert out of me, just like I'm gonna bring the introvert out of you.
Like, you would say you're more introverted.
Yes, I'm definitely more introverted. So we kind of have to come to a common ground where we can balance each other.
I see what you're saying.
But that's very tricky because sometimes.
So you wouldn't want someone who's introverted like you?
Honestly, no. No, I wouldn't.
You want someone more
I want
extroverted.
somebody to drag me outside,
I see what
and I want to drag them back inside. You know what I mean?
you want to have a tug of war.
Not really a tug of war, but a balance.
A balance.
Yes.
Perfectly balanced is all things.
As
should
all
be.
things should be. But that can be very difficult because like you're gonna run into situations where like one person's personality
Clash, yeah.
overpowers the other,
Well,
and there's no balance. It's either all the time outside, while the other person wants all the time inside, and there's no common ground.
well,
I'm just using the going outside thing as an analogy and as an example, but
no.
you get what I'm saying?
I know
Like
what you're saying. Yeah,
you
no.
gotta find when you're looking for somebody like that, you gotta find somebody that's like willing to like
balance out.
balance out with you
And I think that's the
and
thing,
not
it's like
overpower you. I don't want to be overpowered. I don't want to be like, you know,
forced outside every day.
forced outside every day. I don't want to do that. I want you to meet me in the middle, just like I'll meet you in the middle when it comes to going outside. It's a very thin line that you have to navigate. It's very difficult.
I see what you're saying.
But yeah, that's what I like. Because I feel like my personal, I know you're not. My personal opinion is like, you want somebody that's able to like show you, not really show you, like, but bring things out of you that like you're not used to, or like that you wouldn't usually go seek for yourself. Like, that's just what I think. But I may be wrong.
I don't think you're wrong. I think, yeah, you want a partner that inspires you to reach
Yeah.
higher.
A partner that inspires you to step out of your comfort zone, you know?
Yeah.
A partner that shows you new things. The partner that like shows you different perspectives than what you're used to. And I feel like by seeing somebody that's opposite of you, you can become more open-minded.
I just wouldn't say opposite of you.
Maybe opposite is the wrong word.
In my opinion, I would just say someone that just gives you a new perspective.
Yeah, somebody that's different from you.
Someone that's not like,
Not opposite, let me different.
someone's different.
Not too similar to you.
I get it, but what would bring you guys together? Like, what would your commonality be?
The commonality, that's another great topic because again, in those type of relationships and stuff like that, speaking from experience, like you can
You have experience? You've been in a relationship? I've never been in one of those. What is that like?
anyway
Expound on that.
shut up. You sorry, I'm threading a fine line here. I'm kidding. I feel like in the beginning, right, of such relationships, right, obviously you guys bond over your personalities, you bond over like, you know, traits that you like within each other, right? And then as the relationship progress, you find things that you both have commonalities on. You're writing,
I'm writing this down, bro. I've never done any of this. You're the one
like
who's the experienced one here.
in my longest relationship, right? Oh man, I don't. Are we here? What the fuck? What?
We're here?
Whoa. Nah, I'm gonna save that for the pod. But anyways,
What do you mean this is the pod?
I'm gonna save that for Patreon.
What are you talking
Bro,
about?
we're getting way too deep in this conversation.
You're the one who started this.
Bro, I don't know how we got here, but it's getting way too fucking deep.
Alright, guys, we're gonna move on because Gene's too scared
Jesus
to talk about
Christ,
this
I'm not
shit.
scared. I'm like, dang, this is getting heavy.
This
Dang.
life.
I know, but
Life
I
is
didn't
heavy.
expect it to get it this heavy. Just this dang. Why are we talking about this in the first place? Whoa!
So the guy who's like, oh, I got a topic for you today.
Oh my god.
Don't be
Anyways,
he told me don't be scared
Oh
of this
my
topic.
God,
And this
fuck it.
guy's out here being like, let's go somewhere else.
fuck it. Let me just give you a quick example. My longest relationship, when we first met, like we just bonded over our personalities. That's it. We didn't really have more like a lot of stuff in common. We just bonded over our personalities. And as time progressed, we found things that we
Normal
both like.
relationship.
Huh?
Sounds like a normal relationship.
As thing
I
progressed,
think I've never been. I don't know.
we both found stuff that we like I'm like, oh, I like this. Oh, I like this too. And then we just moved on that, you know? And that was during the relationship, not before. We didn't establish those things before, but that's just what I'm trying to say. That's just from my experience. But yeah.
I get
So that's what I'm saying. But
yeah, I've never done any of that. Like, that's crazy. Like, what was that like, being in a relationship? Have I ever done that before? I don't think I've ever done that. What is that like? You know, I'm a virgin.
yo, such a-
Audience, I am a virgin. I'm a 28-year-old virgin. I'm actually 29. I'm actually 20 years old. Sorry. 20 years old. I have never drinking alcohol. I'm a virgin. All of that shit. All right?
I'm gonna let you cook. All right, go ahead.
All right. So, in another life, when I was in a relationship, yeah, we just bonded over personalities, random things we liked. And I couldn't tell you the rest.
What do you mean you couldn't tell me the rest?
I couldn't tell you the rest.
Well, you don't remember?
No.
It was that long ago.
Yeah.
Y'all see how he is? I'm not even gonna say nothing no more. Anyways,
I'm just here talking. You asked me a question. You didn't ask me a question.
okay.
What's the question?
Never mind. I'm just saying,
No, what's
in
the
your
question?
experience,
My
right?
experience.
How did you bond with somebody? To the point where you're like, okay, this is somebody I want to be with.
All right. So the funny thing about that question is, I don't know or think about it in that sense. It's like there just be moments where we're just talking and really just getting to know each other. That it'd just be like, oh, so that's you, blah blah blah. Funny moments that happen. We'll bond over random experiences and shit. So I wouldn't really be thinking about it like we're bonding. It'd just be happening.
When you think about it, bonding with somebody is so fucking weird, bro. Like, that shit is a weird ass experience. Like,
Is it?
it kind of is. Like,
I think
one
bonding
moment,
is just like, yo, you get into a state where you both are like understanding each other on a different level.
I don't think you truly understand each other. I think you just start caring more about them.
Well, yeah, you care more about them because
Fully understanding somebody is like, it's hard. It takes a long time.
bonding is when you bond on something, you get closer to that something. I mean, you understand them a little more. I'm not saying you fully understand them, but you understand them a piece more. Because you bond over different things, so you understand them as time goes on. The more you bond, the more you understand someone. Because
Okay.
it's literally just revealing yourself to each other.
True. I'm just saying it's a weird process because one minute you're a stranger to somebody, and the next you're like, oh man, dang, I want you here all the time. Like, it's a weird thing. Like,
I get what you're saying.
getting that vulnerable with somebody, gradually becoming like letting your guard down around somebody, that's like a weird ass process.
It is a process.
Especially when it happens randomly. Like, when you're not even thinking anything of it, and then all of a sudden,
That's usually when it happens.
bro, that shit is fucking weird, bro.
Is it?
It is. I'm talking about both in relationship and friendships.
Yeah, true. I get that.
Because in friendships, one minute you just see somebody, oh, you cool, and the next you're having,
Next thing you're like, oh, that's my nigga.
that's my nigga, and then next thing you know, you're having an existential fucking conversation. Next thing you know, you're
Like
like,
we're having right now.
yeah. Next thing you're like, oh shit, that's my homie right there.
True.
It's
Yeah,
so
no.
fucking weird, man.
The same
It's
way with
weird.
relationships and friendships. When they just happen, you're like, oh shit, this person's in my life.
I know.
Yeah,
And
I
then
get what you're saying.
you think back of the first time you met that person, you're like, never in a million, in a million years would I thought that we would get this close.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. And like,
But it's life.
I know it's life,
It
but
exists.
man, I don't know, Chris. Like, I'm just like, well, What are we talking about right now? What did we do here?
Gene's going through an existential crisis right now.
On the pod, bro.
Right here on the pod.
It's
You
crazy.
heard it here first. Gene's existential crisis.
I'm gonna keep my existential crash out for short now. Like I'm gonna cut it short now. But this was interesting.
I mean, I like this conversation. It was cool.
Yeah, we can have more of those in the pod.
I mean, it's the life part.
Exactly, right? I don't know how we got here, but we got here.
We're here.
Anyways,
Now,
run
where
up
we
the
going?
social so we can have them kids.
We're gonna have these children at the end of the year if you guys get us to that
Oh
million.
my god, that's hilarious. That's a funny ass bet. That's hilarious. But anyways, this episode was fun. I mean, we touched on a lot of things, and I feel like even though
I
don't know what to say.
crazy episode.
it was a crazy episode, I did not expect it to
I didn't
get.
expect you to just follow through.
You thought I was gonna fucking bitch out?
I mean, you're the one who started off being like, yo, I got a topic today. I'm not going to tell you yet. But don't be scared when I say it. I'm like, all right, bet, bro. You think I'm going to be
What's the
scared?
point of having a pod if you don't want to truly get into it?
All right, let me get into another topic. We ain't leaving yet.
This camera is dying.
So, do you think you like Sundays?
You've been waiting to talk about sundays for like that long now.
Yeah, because you keep ducking the question.
I don't duck the question. I'm just like,
Just answer the question.
okay, sure, I like
We were having a
sundays.
conversation the other day. So you like
Sure.
Sundays?
From anime, yeah, I like sundays from
No,
anime.
as in like an actual personality type. Like, you
And like
girls
real
who are
life,
angry.
you gotta explain what fucking sundays are for the audience, because not everybody knows those terms.
True. A tsundere is a character type in anime, but you
Mm-hmm.
know, it happens in real life. You know, it's a character who switches between acting cold and resentful
Mm-hmm.
towards somebody that they have deep feelings for. So they'll pretend like, you know, they don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the girl that bullies you in middle school because she likes you.
I don't think I like those type of girls.
You know?
Mm.
Okay.
Like, like, no, the fuck? You think I'm gonna like sit here and be like, oh yeah, bully me till I fucking like you? No, fuck no.
But they act randomly really kind to you.
No,
all the time.
no, no.
So why didn't you say you liked them before?
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't know the full definition, I guess. Now that you broke it out to me, fuck no. I don't want nobody that just sits here and flip between hot and cold to me. Fuck no. No. You gotta be consistent with one feeling.
Understandable.
So like, no, I don't like sundays. Thank you for breaking down to me.
Yeah, you're
now
welcome.
that I actually know that what
When
the
you
fuck
said
it
it,
is.
I was like, are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't know the term. Like I knew of the term, but like I didn't know the full definition of the
You've
breakdown.
seen Sundays.
Yeah, but in anime they don't bully them niggas all the time. They just, you know, they're just, you know, they're just a bit spicy.
Oh no, that's one side. The one in anime you normally see is the one that's like hides their feelings.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
but it's more aggressive.
But no, I wouldn't want a tsundere. No, I wouldn't.
I just
Dude,
wanted to
would
make sure
you?
I was just trying to make sure you knew what you were saying.
Thank you for breaking it down to me. But would you though?
No, that's terrible.
Is this how we close it?
Kundere would have been better. That's a whole different topic.
I'm dead. But this was a fun episode. I liked it. We'll tune in.
Anything else? That's it. We done? He wants to leave. All right, we're out of here, guys.
I don't want to leave. I don't want to scare her to die. But yeah, we'll come back next with more topics and
Spicy content.
spicy content.
Right.
Now that we've opened the floodgate on getting deep, next episodes we're gonna go crazy.
You're not ready for the next episode.
Yeah, not. But hey, this was CJ Muted. Thank you guys for listening. We're now on all platforms.
All platforms, everywhere except Apple Music. 'Cause we're
Run up
getting
the socials and stay on the journey with us.
there. You got any closing words for our audience?
Just do what the fuck you want. Yeah, just do what you want. That's it. What about you?
Live your life. Just kidding. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. There's nothing really important that I can think of right now.
Get money. Grind, lock in, whatever. try to be happy. Try to take it day by day. That's all I have to say. But
It's okay not to be happy when you're not happy. That's what I'll leave with.
dang, that was kind of okay. All right. Anyways,
What? It's okay to be happy when you're not. It's okay not to be happy when you're not happy.
I was heavy again, but okay.
It's heavy, but like, don't try to force it when you're not.
Okay.
Go through the emotions, and then you can return.
You okay?
Hmm?
Are you okay?
Bye, guys.